Well, the time right now is 5:33. That means if you haven't turned in your ballot today, the clock is ticking.
We have a team of reporters covering all of the major races in Western Washington. King 5's Natalie Swaby is as well, along with Chris Daniels. They're going to be joining us with more on District 3 and other races, too.
But first, in Snohomish County, all eyes are on the race for sheriff as a really contentious race is coming down to the wire. King 5's Eric Wilkinson has the latest now from Everett.
People continuing to drop off their ballots here tonight. The sheriff's race is one of two very divergent philosophies about crime and punishment here in a county still deep in an epidemic of crime, homelessness, and addiction. Sheriff Ty Treenery made the controversial move to stop booking nonviolent criminals who were high on heroin into the county jail. In doing so, he started embedding social workers with deputies and helped create a diversion center right next door to the jail that helps get low-level criminals clean, find them housing, and eventually jobs, hopefully ending a vicious circle. While the program has seen success, it's also frustrated many deputies like Treenery's opponent Adam Fortney, a longtime Snohomish County deputy. Fortney is a much more law and order sort of candidate who says cops are sick and tired of making arrests for car prowls, shoplifting, thefts, and other crimes that drive everyday victims of those crimes crazy, only to see those criminals get released right back onto the street with no punishment whatsoever. He says addicts are using the sheriff's own policies to beat the system over and over again. Fortney is a very popular candidate with law enforcement, gaining several major endorsements there. We'll see how the rest of the public feels about his ideas. In Everett, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
4 seats on the Tacoma City Council are up for grabs this election day, positions 1 and 3, and at-large positions 7 and 8. 2 of Tacoma's progressive council members, Ryan Mello and Ibsen Anders, are leaving office because of term limits. Voters could decide to back candidates who continue their progressive agendas or embrace newcomers with more conservative credentials.
Meantime, Seattle City Council races are worth watching in this very closely watched election. There are 7 council seats up for grabs here in Seattle, including District 3. King 5 reporter Natalie Swaby live with a preview of that race tonight. Natalie.
Well, good evening. Yeah, District 3, that includes Capitol Hill, Central District, Madrona, and this is where incumbent Shama Sawant wants to seek a 3rd term, win that 3rd term. But challenger Egan O'Ryan says it's time for a new day in Seattle. Now, there are several issues that they see differently. We can tell you Sawant, a socialist alternative member, wants to eliminate the state ban on rent control, saying Seattle needs rent control. O'Ryan doesn't want rent control in its traditional form and says instead housing needs to be a bigger part of the conversation. Sawant has criticized O'Ryan, saying he's been receiving a lot of corporate money in this race. O'Ryan points out his campaign is using the Democracy Voucher Program, receiving nearly 5,200 vouchers. He says 91% of his campaign money has come in from within city limits. Now, Sawant says what's at stake in this election is who runs Seattle. In her words, she asked, will it be Amazon and big corporations or working people? O'Ryan says this race is about quality of life and says he will be someone who welcomes input, shows up, and listens. In the primary, Sawant received 37% of the vote, O'Ryan 21%, pushing him past 4 other challengers and bringing us to this race that we have tonight. We're at the Langston Hughes Performing Arts Center. This is where incumbent Sawant will be having her election watch party. We'll be here throughout the evening and continue to bring you updates. But for now, live in Seattle, Natalie Swaby, King 5 News.
Natalie, thank you. So, of course, we are watching multiple races on the state level, on the local level, too.
In the city of Seattle, a really unprecedented story in many ways will unfold tonight. King 5's Chris Daniels is live now with a look at the city council. And Chris, really, this is a story that people around the country are watching.
Yeah, and it's really, Mark and Joyce, because of the amount of money that has been poured into these races. Amazon leading the charge on that with nearly $1.5 million to a political action committee looking to elect business-friendly candidates. But really, this all dates back to the controversial head tax legislation from the council. And with 7 seats up for grabs, you have some uncharted waters. A few of those races now. Lisa Herbold, one of the 3 incumbents running in West Seattle and South Park for a 2nd term against Phil Tavel. Herbold performed well in the primary, so we will see what happens tonight. That Sawant-O'Ryan race, though, that you just heard about is getting a lot of focus tonight. Sawant had the lowest vote totals of the 3 incumbents during the primaries, and her opponents smell blood. And the chamber and its allies have tied Sawant to other candidates, including this race you're looking at in District 6. Her name has come up there. District 6 includes Ballard, where Heidi Wills and Dan Strauss are facing off. Wills has more than $1 million in backing in that race. The amount of spending 4-1. And check out how she answered the question about the money.
I think that really speaks to the fact that so many people are engaged around these issues and want change, right? My opponent represents the status quo. He has many of the same endorsers as Councilmember Sawant.
Yeah, it's kind of fascinating how in some respects the citywide discussion has focused on Sawant, even though she's running in District 3. Now look at this poll that the chamber put out last week in 5 of 7 districts on Sawant. She's got a 22% approval rating in West Seattle and is in the 20s in District 6 and 7, barely in the 30s in North Seattle, but in D3, that is her race, she's at 41%, her unfavorability rating above 50% across the board. So one way to look at that poll, she's disliked across the city, but she has a shot in D3, despite the fact that Orion is also over the $1 million mark in support. That's going to be one to watch tonight.
In so many ways. Okay, we're also watching closely all of the King County Council races, but one in particular because of the incumbent.
There's history and there's the future all tied up in that one race. Yes, you're talking about a civil rights icon, Larry Gossett, and newcomer Gurmai Zalalai. Gossett has been on the council since 1993. He's run unopposed since 1999. But Zalalai, son of Ethiopian immigrants, Stanford educated, Penn Law grad, Obama White House intern, has run a pretty good campaign. Millennials, he's been appealing to them through Instagram and Snapchat. He beat Gossett in the primary pretty handily. So a lot of focus on that one tonight, kind of the past and the future colliding in King County.
And he admires Gossett,
yes,
too.
he has
an
said
icon that he's looked up to his whole life.
They both have been civil rights leaders in their own right, and also went to Franklin High School.
Right.
So it's been an interesting race to watch, and Zalalai has said he doesn't want to say anything bad about Larry Gossett.
Okay. Busy
Lots
night.
to look at tonight
Chris,
as those
thank
numbers
you.
come in. So.
We'll see Chris throughout the night. Be sure to stay with our election coverage tonight. We will get the first batch of numbers we expect shortly after 8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, and as we've been saying, Chris is going to be hosting that live 1-hour digital show, not to be missed. You can start watching that at 8 o'clock on King5.com, King5's mobile app, also King5's Facebook page.